Hey, let it be known, I'm working hard when I ain't on the phone. This ain't a home, this ain't a foe. Grind never stopping, I'm keeping it cold.
We are back with another episode of It Needed to Be Said in season with the main man himself, Tyreek Hill, aka the Cheetah. How you feeling, champ?
Feel good, man. Blessed, thankful for another day. So everything's looking on the up and up. We're 5-1. There's only like 5-1 team. So it's always good to be a part of that group, man.
Obviously, we do this, man. We jump straight into the game recap. Talk to us about that, man. You went nuts again on the field that game, man, because it was another phenomenal game that you had.
The game started out real slow. We jumped the Panthers. They jumped out 14-0, and to me, I feel like we kind of needed that, early on in the season, so guys don't, feel the need to feel rushed or feel panic or just feel that pressure of being down 14-0, but I can feel this year being on that sideline, being around the guys that, everybody was prepared for that, against last year, guys were pressing too much. Guys were, attacking each other, attacking the coaches and stuff like that. But this year is kind of different. Feel me? We're so prepared, because the way that we prepare during the week is special. So we jump down 14-0, come back, and we score obviously, and we continue to score, and that's the game right there. I don't believe they scored again. I believe the final score was they did score again. They scored on a pick six, but besides that, we played together as a team, and that just shows how special this team can really be, man. If we don't start so late, so. Talk about the touchdown celebration. It wasn't planned at all. It was just kind of something that, happened, so fast that sometimes I don't be thinking. But my mom always told me, man, like when you playing this game, man, you got to have fun, show your personality, and just make memories. You feel me? I feel like I'm setting the standard, for the next generation, for my family, for my kids. And that's what it's all about, being electrifying on the field and also being electrifying in the end zone when you score.
That's right. And I think a lot of people fail to realize, we live in a social media based environment these days. And at the end of the day, and your social media profile, you're still a content creator at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
I know you a strong advocate for content creators. Mm-hmm. And I just look at those moments like, hey, all right, touchdown celebration. Hey, I don't know if it's in your head, but it's like, hey, content time. You know what I mean? Like, as that ever cross your mind, be like, oh, this is a perfect time for content, man, to just show people that in those moments, people may profit off of you, may be a part of this, you may be a part of that, but you still have to find those small cracks in time where you can capture your content and promote your own brand. Does that ever go through your mind?
Yeah, at times, like obviously during the week, I think about it, but once, it's game time, my only mindset, is to help this team win. You feel me? Like I want to score each and every time coach calls, my play, or I have the opportunity to be number one in a progression. I'm thinking about, hey, if I score here, what am I gonna do crazy? You feel me? So, am I gonna jump in the stand or am I gonna grab somebody's phone? So you just never may know, and sometimes celebrations are pre-planned. You feel me? So we got this whole thing called Celebration Friday where we involve the whole offensive side of the ball, with the celebrations, and it's fun. You feel me? Right. Like if we get a touchdown and you see the whole offense scoring, that means we're all having a good time. So, right, it's hard to score in the NFL, man. It's hard.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I think you created another moment where we'll start seeing football players either whatever level they're on, if they don't get in too much trouble celebrating, grabbing phones and actually taking the fans through that flip. Because we see you to do the flips, but then you actually get to, see the imagery or the video of you actually turn the flip. So I think that was dope. Now let's talk. I know it wasn't easy, but like, what were you thinking in that moment? Like, was it over for him as soon as they lined him up over there during that touchdown play?
It was just one of those situations that we had just came off for like a TV break, and Tua, coach, and I were talking, and Tua was basically like, I'm going to throw the ball no matter what. The only way I'm not throwing it is if it's cover two. So if the corner is outside leverage, make sure you do a good job of just winning, with fundamentals and technique. So we line up, and the corner, he started off and then he came and bumped. So I'm looking at the safety the whole time because safeties tell the story. It was middle field open, and you would think that the safety, like the safety looked at me. He gave me eye contact. So I'm like, okay, it's cover two. I'm not getting the ball. All I'm gonna do is just outside release, and just let Tua know that this isn't the play right here. So as soon as the ball snapped, the safety eyes, like, he looked directly at Tua and he took 2 steps forward. And I was like, oh yeah, it's gravy from here, man. The corner was outside release. Dante Jackson, he's a real good player, by the way. Outside release, and it was just a foot race. And Dante Jackson, he's a fast guy. He runs a 4.32 40. And, I come to the sideline. Everybody's like, man, like, that guy, he's fast. I don't know how you just ran by him. I'm like, man, it's just me just using my techniques that I've been taught, man. So what's crazy is, like, when I say that we're prepared for moments like that, like, it was the same leverage and the same coverage that the coaches gave us in practice. You feel me? Outside shaded leverage, and I had to beat the same coverage in practice. So I feel like when I say that we're prepared, for crunch time moments, we're prepared, man. You feel me? Like not only are we learning as players, but our coaches are also learning too, though, because this is a young coaching staff, and there's a ton of room for everybody to grow and improve.
No, absolutely. Now, you got the touchdown, obviously celebration. In the past, there have been fines associated with your infamous peace sign, have been fines associated with a lot of the celebrations you do. Like, how do you deal with that? Or does that ever make you kind of hesitant on still celebrating, knowing you're looking at a $10,000, $20,000 fine?
You know what, man? I'll never be, hesitant towards, celebrating, because I feel like I say, scoring in the NFL is hard. Like, this has always been my dream to play in the NFL. So when I score, it's like, man, I'm back to being a kid again. I'm back to, living out my childhood dream. So I feel like if I stop doing what I'm doing, then it'll be like, I should just stop inspiring the youth, because I feel like the biggest reason I play this game, the biggest reason I love it so much is because, when I was a kid, I was inspired by NFL players, and now I get that same opportunity and platform to inspire youth all across the world. So just be you, don't afraid to be you, like, no matter what. So no matter how much they fine you, like, the money's gonna come. And I've always been like this, even when I was in Kansas City. Like, when I jumped into the crowd and I grabbed the camera and I was turning it around, like, I got fined like $50K for that. But and I wasn't making a lot of money then. But my mom always told me, man, the money will come. You feel me? Like, you just have fun, be you, show your personality. The money will come. So far, like, mama's never been wrong.
There you go. So I don't want people to get it twisted. This is not a privilege coming up saying that the money will come with these. Basically, what I'm getting from you is enjoy yourself, man, and everything will fall into place.
Just live your life, enjoy yourself, have fun, and all the things you want will fall in the right place, man. But this comes with passion too, though. Like, I got a lot of passion in this game. I got a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this game, man. So don't get it twisted.
Now, you had 1 touchdown, could have had 2, but but I want to take it back to something you said before, is that even if Tua, I don't want to say misses a play, but decides to go to a different player, there is no strife. I mean, we all seen the play in the end zone. You were wide open. He hit J-Dub with the touchdown. Explain to fans that comment you made before, that there's no running back for you to the huddle. Tua, man, I'm wide open. There's no running to the sideline. Like, Tua open. Was there a conversation that y'all had? It was just like, he'll get me on the next one.
Nah, I just went up to Tua and told him, I said, I guess you got Waddle on your fantasy team this week, man. I was wide open. Like, you kind of got to say it jokingly, though. You can't go up to him and say, Tua, I was wide open. You kind of got to just go up to him and say a joke and make him smile like that, man. But nah, man, it's so much open space and so much opportunity, man, on the football field, because we have so many dynamic playmakers that we can spread the ball around. And that's the beautiful thing about it, man. I want to see everybody eat. I want to see everybody win, man, because if I'm sitting up here, hating on another man, like putting my thoughts into another man, then that's gonna hold me from my goal. You feel me? Which is what, 2,000. So I'm happy. Like whenever somebody's happy, man, and whenever somebody happy to see somebody else succeed, I feel like that's gonna like slowly go on to them, and it's gonna be a blessing to them. So it's all love,
Right.
baby, always.
Right, and they can also inspire them to set new goals, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously y'all got that common goal of winning the Super Bowl,
Oh yeah.
which I think y'all got the scariest offense now, but it's just one of them things. Now you had a crazy comment about Claypool. You said this man is like a vending machine.
Yeah,
It ain't
bro.
for snacks. It ain't for Fritos. It ain't for none of that. Explain that a little bit more, because I know what vending machines are. We all know what vending machines are. So, like, I know you had more to that comment.
Yeah, I did. And the reporter that asked me, he really ain't giving me a chance to like clarify myself. What I really mean was like Claypool, he's a very big dude, obviously. Like, and we all know that vending machines, they got so many options in a vending machine. You feel me? I feel like Claypool, he's one of those guys that can give you every route. Like vending machine can give you any option. Claypool can give you any option. Big guy can run any route in the route tree. He's real fluid, real fast. He got good hands. And he's one of those guys. He came from Notre Dame. So I feel like every
Hmm.
Notre Dame guy has that work ethic, in them. You feel me? He has that dog in him. So just having him on this team is going to take us to another level. Like I know a lot of people may say, "Oh, y'all don't need another receiver, man," but all the talent that we can get will help, man, because we all know how this football thing is. We may never know, man. Somebody could go down. I could get tired. Somebody else could get tired. He could step in on a big third down in the fourth quarter, make a big catch. Like, who knows? Like, that's how the game goes. So just having more options and more targets and more people on the field who can be reliable for Tua is always great.
Speaking of Tua, there was a certain commentator who made a comment about Tua not being in the MVP campaign because all he do is throw 3 yard passes to you, and then
Yeah,
you take it to the house. That's not MVP worthy.
right.
What you make about your favorite commentator, Stephen A. Smith?
Well, I feel like Steven, and I'm not gonna call him a clown. I'm not gonna call him any kind of name, but all I'm gonna say is like Stephen A. Smith, man. Like he just watched. Like I feel like he just taking words from. To me, I don't really know what to say, but if you really just watch the games and just watch how we play, like none of our routes are really like 2 yards. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
as a quarterback, the quarterback is like the hardest position in the league. You feel me? And for a guy to be even considered to be MVP, like that's next level. And for
Mm-hmm.
Stephen A. Smith to go out his way and just say that Tua isn't worthy of being like an MVP is like it's like crazy. It's crazy to me, man. Because if you look at all of the list of the quarterbacks besides Lamar Jackson, all of the past MVPs, like they had guys, they had receivers like throw the
Mm-hmm.
ball to, like, and we know the names. I'm not gonna sit up here and name them, but like just because a guy has talent around him now and he's succeeding, like it doesn't mean that he's not worthy of being a candidate of MVP. It's just I don't know. I don't know what to take it, man, because all of my receptions last week was over 30 yards. You feel me? Either 25 yards or 30 yards. So what do you think about it?
I don't know what games he been watching because it's I mean literally 2 yards. What size she what 10, 10 and a half, 10 and a half, I'm a 10, 10 and a half.
Yeah.
That's 2 steps, bruh. Like that's not very far. So to say that, and I know he was just being he was obviously embellishing a little bit,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
exaggerating that whole 3 yard
Mm-hmm.
situation. But I'm sure, and I know he meant, short passes, then you take to the house. But, if you look at some of the MVPs in the past, that's where they excelled at, short routes, quick downs, and keep the ball movement. And they got called and considered the GOAT. Tom Brady. Not saying he didn't have an arm because he did, but if you go back and you watch his film, you watch his Super Bowls, you watch his entire
Yeah.
career, you
Mm-hmm.
never just seen him saying, I'm a gunslinger, I'm going 40 yards every other play. So I think it's an unfair criticism of Tua. I think at sometimes in life is just a thing to do, in the moment for ratings. Do I really think he believes that? I
Yeah,
honestly don't think he believes that when he
yeah.
goes home at the end of the day by any means. I don't.
Yeah, because that's what's hot now. But I'm sick and tired of people bashing my quarterback, man, for no reason. I'm sick of it. I'm standing on the table and saying right now, I'm sick of people bashing my quarterback, man. He's been doing a hell of a job this year, and people need to stop giving him crap. You feel me? Like, a lot of people don't understand what my dog went through just to get here, man. Like, what he went through last year, especially, and to get to where he is now, being talked about as an MVP, that's next level, man. I don't know too many quarterbacks that's doing it. I don't. I'm
You
sorry.
know what's the scariest part about that is he got injured last year, some severe injuries, some severe concussions that, a lot of people's like, oh, he shouldn't have been playing, he shouldn't have been doing this, he won't come back off of that. I don't know what they thought this guy was built from, or what kind of cloth he made out of, or what his upbringing is. Tua tough. Tua T is tough, and I think he's making a statement.
He tough than a motherfucker, man.
I think he has that edge on him. Now I don't know if it's the tattoo, the tribal tattoo he came back with, or what, but he definitely got some edge to him.
Yeah.
And I like what he's doing, man. I like what Mike McDaniel's doing. Y'all. I mean, everybody agrees. I think that y'all got the scariest offense. You know what's even crazier though? What happens when Ramsey comes back? What happened when Claypool touch field? What happened when all these other weapons y'all got and everybody's super healthy? Yeah, and everybody touch that field.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, man.
It's scary. Now, Stephen A. Smith cousin. I don't know if they're really cousins, but they both got the Smith last name. I think it's just a week of the Smith. We saw Jada Pinkett Smith. Then we got Steve Smith, Stephen A. Smith. Something up with these Smiths, man. They got to have a family reunion to get some. To get a consensus of what they own.
Everybody want
Steve
attention.
Smith on Jerry Jeudy. I know you're a big proponent of players and old heads.
That's exactly
not bashing the younger players and more so paving the way and mentoring them. What you make of the comments of Steve Smith saying that Jerry Jeudy, he's a third tier? I think he said third tier receiver.
It was crazy. It was crazy, man, for him to just go out his way and say that on national TV. You feel me? It's just crazy. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's his job to analyze, but I feel like it's a different way you can go about it. You feel me? Like as an OG, of our position, I feel like you could have reached out to him at least and been like, hey man, like, I was there once. I had a rough start, early in my career too, also. And anything that you need, I'm here to help. And that was it. Click, boom. But it didn't though. And for him to just go out his way and just, analyze the game like that, and then like share the conversation that they had, him and Jerry Jeudy had on the side, was just, come on, bro. Like, you giving TV too much now, bro. Like, you pillow talking at this point, bro. Like, you can't be pillow talking, bro. Like, that's why, like, you can't talk to certain dudes, bro. Cause stuff like that, you can't say certain stuff, bro. Cause they gonna get the TV what they want, and not the whole world know. And I gotta say this to Jerry Jeudy, man. Trust me, bro. Like, I've been there with Steve Smith. He said the same thing about me. Him and Shannon Sharpe. It was like, oh, Reek can't catch. Reek, he ain't no true receiver. Reek ain't this, man. All I gotta say is, my brother, I got your back no matter what, man. I'm gonna support you, and all you gotta do is just go show them, man, who you is, dog. You feel me? Just let your action speak louder than your words, my boy. You feel me? Because that's how they want us to act. Like, they want us to act crazy or whatever. They want us to act crazy, but if we performing, they can't do nothing, dog. We can't, because I shut Steve Smith and Shannon Sharpe up quick. Shannon Sharpe was just on TV the other day saying, oh, Reek the most dangerous weapon in the league. I'm like, oh, 2 years ago I couldn't do this. 1 year ago I couldn't do this. So now I'm the most dangerous weapon all of a sudden? What changed?
Yeah.
What changed? Huh? Ain't nothing changed. Steve Smith the same way. What changed? My boy? These dudes, they funny. Like, they funny. Like, that's why they on TV. That's why they belong on TV, because they funny. Like, they some real entertainers, and they the OGs. But I ain't gonna say nothing crazy about it though.
But do you think this plays into? I know we had a conversation before. I think we had a conversation with Beast Mode about company man. Do you think this is one of those situations where, like you said, they have a private conversation and then now you make it public. Do you think it's one of those company man situations?
Nah, you can't compare Beast Mode with them dudes.
No, no, no,
No.
no. I'm saying what he described,
Oh
what y'all
yeah.
described as a company man,
Oh yeah,
somebody
yeah,
who's,
yeah.
all about them, and the bigger, not even the bigger picture, but just making sure they got job security. So they'll just kind of, spill secrets out and throw other people under the bus. And
Yeah.
you think that's one of those situations?
You know what, man? I'm not in that world, so I really don't want to give a definite answer. But I
Hmm.
would say like you probably spot on, man, because I feel like it's all about ratings and like who's
Hmm.
watching and how many numbers that you can get. It's basically like anything else in entertainment. You feel me? So you're definitely spot on, man.
Because Judy, he's at most, 22,
Nah, Judy
22 years
about he
old,
about
still a little older than
24,
that.
24, 25.
But
And
even that, a kid, you remember the basketball coach who was yelling at the commentators, I'm a man, that's a kid, I'm 40.
oh yeah.
Do you think some of those commentators give, and I call them kids because I'm older, a lot of unfair criticism to players?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think they do. I really think they do, man. Because a lot of people don't understand like this crazy life that we live and how hard it is to be
Hmm.
just an athlete. I'm not just gonna say football player as an athlete, bro. Like this is tough, especially like I know a lot of people may say, "Oh, you've been doing this your whole life," or you may catch a pass your whole life, or you've been running routes your whole life. It's easy. You got a lot of money. No, it's not easy, bro. Like we deal with family problems. Like we dealing with a lot of stuff. You feel me? So and then like we got to go out and then perform in front of a lot of people, and you can't mess up. You can't mess up because once you mess up, they're gonna scrutinize you and it's over. So there's that.
Speaking of kids, Mr. Caleb Williams, I'm sure you saw the comment that's blazing all over social media platforms right now,
Yeah,
where he said whoever drafts him, he wants a piece of the franchise.
that's next level though. That's next level though.
What you think of that? Do you think that's far fetched for an NFL or soon to be NFL player or a current NFL player to want?
Nah, man. I think he's trying to change the game. You got to think about it. He won the Heisman last year. He got a chance to win the Heisman this year. I can't name a two-time Heisman winner. I can't.
Right,
I can't.
right.
You feel me? So him being able to change the game and him being able to set his own wave and set the standard, for the next generation of quarterbacks to come through, it's gonna be next level though. Now, will it happen with the way the NFL is? We already know the answer, but he gonna if it I want it to happen though. I want to see it happen, man. Especially for Caleb, man. I know Caleb got a personal relationship. When I watched him when they played USC, he a
Hmm.
dog. He a dog.
Hmm.
So for him to be able to come out like that vocally and speak up for what he want, I like it, baby. I like it. Shoot your shot, baby.
You know why I like it? It shows confidence. It shows that he
Hmm.
believes in what he's bringing to any franchise.
Come
You
on
know what I
now.
mean? He's not selling himself short. He's telling you firsthand, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to bring, to the extent that I deserve
Hmm.
a piece of the ownership because I know what I bring to the table. I know what my plan and I know what my work ethic look like. I
Right.
think it's like you said, like you shoot your shot. If you don't take that shot, you can't make it. It's an automatic no if you don't ask.
That's it.
So
That's it,
I'm
man.
with you
So
on that. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Caleb Williams for
shout out to
that,
that boy
man.
Caleb Williams, man.
Now y'all got them Eagles coming up. You see Gillie, you see everybody fly, Eagles fly. Will they fly when they play the Dolphins?
So you got two 5-1 teams. It's gonna be a primetime game. It's gonna be real fun. I think it's gonna be the most watched game of all season. So I'm really looking forward to it. They got a real good offense. Both 1 and 2 in offenses.
Hmm.
Eagles number 2. We obviously number 1, and then that defense, man. Like their defense is real good and our defense is real good. Like our defense is now, finding their identity. And
Hmm.
just talking about their defense, has a real good D line and they got 2 stud corners and just their whole secondary real good. That whole defense has a list of pro bowlers and all pros. So it's gonna be a good game, man. And I think that as a ball player, like this is what you want. Like these are the games that you want because this is where you make your name in the league. You feel me? Like this is where guys get paid. This is where guys get, their stardom cards on prime time. So going up against the best, man, I love it. Going against another South Georgia boy and Darius Slay. We should have got him on the podcast. It's gonna be fun. I know me and him finna be talking trash. It's gonna be fun trash, but it's gonna be competitive. It's gonna be gritty. It's gonna be all heart on Sunday Night Football. So I'm excited for it, baby. Fire me up.
For sure. All right. Hey, week 7 projections. You did it last week.
What I said last week?
What your stats look like? I want to say you said 2 touchdowns and 150. I think.
Oh.
I think we're gonna have to check the tape. We have to check, but I know it was over 150 and definitely had 1 touchdown. We definitely gonna check the tape on that. Now, somebody messaged me and they said Gillie them got the Eagles over y'all.
We should have got Gillie on here so I can talk trash to him. But my projections of this week, I want to say 10 catches for 179. And I'll be 12 yards short of 1,000.
Ooh. Y'all heard it. There go the projections. I'm with it. I love it. Let's get it.